Hi everyone, I'm Jenean Merkel Perelstein. I wanted to talk with you today about this idea of professionalism in the workplace. It's a concept that we have been living by and following for decades, but it means something different today than it did even 10 years ago, certainly 20 years ago, or longer than that. You see, it used to be that in order to be professional in the workplace, you had to separate your work life from the humanity that is you. You had to leave your problems at home, leave your home life away from the office, and not bring up the fact that you have a life outside of the office. Not bring up the fact that you have kids or a marriage or goals outside of the office, because that wasn't considered professional. You certainly were never encouraged to have strong emotions inside the workplace, because again, that just isn't professional. And what has happened is that in this big separation of work life and home life, people have created a belief that it's possible to compartmentalize your life this way. And the truth is that it's not. That we as human beings, we bring our whole selves into work. And now productivity experts are trying to figure out how can we eke out that last bit of work out of our employees, of productivity out of our employees. And the way that they are finally, coming to terms with it or coming up with these new revelations is in creating the ability for the whole human to show up, or finally encouraging the whole human to show up. And so today, what has happened is that we are starting to crave authenticity in the workplace. We're starting to crave human connection. We want people to be themselves because we need them to be themselves. Why? Because we need to be ourselves in the workplace. In order for us to get the highest degree of productivity and ultimately profitability out of an employee or out of ourselves, we need to consider the whole person. We need to consider the emotional being. We need to encourage someone on the level of their thoughts and their feelings and their drives and their goals and their motivations and their inspirations and what makes somebody tick. And so the pendulum now, where it was so far over to one edge in this kind of masculine energy of suppressing emotions so long ago, the pendulum is swinging now into this other area of bringing in more feminine energies, of allowing for emotions and allowing for the whole person. And what we're seeing is that at the supervisory level, management level, and certainly leadership level of any kind, those leaders who encourage their employees to be whole, to be real, to know what's going on in their lives outside of work, to encourage goals in their employees beyond the goals that move the organization forward, but the ones that move the human forward. When we encourage that in our employees and we encourage that in our workplaces and we allow people to be real and not have to compartmentalize and not have to separate themselves, now you get people who are inspired to show up in the bigger way. They're inspired to shine because they know they can be real. They know they can be authentic. And that's valuable, and it's very important in the workplace of today, where we know we need to be innovative, we need to be nimble, we need to be able to manage external marketplace forces or external any kind of forces that may knock us off our path. We need to know that we've got all of our assets at play as individuals to overcome those obstacles, to bring our best self into the workplace. So I want you to start thinking about your workplace culture. Does it foster the ability for people to really own their authenticity, to bring themselves into the workplace, or is that considered unprofessional? Think about how you define the word professional. What is professionalism and what is professional behavior within your workplace culture, because when you dig deep into that, you may find areas where you are actually holding productivity back instead of encouraging it forward. I'd love to talk deeper with you about this. If you have any questions at all, comment below and let's start a conversation. We'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.